What is up? I'm your host Shaylin, here to talk about Bitcoin and its future for 2018. And you are watching Crypto Bytes. So if you guys are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and turn on post notifications. That way you are up to date when we launch a video on our awesome channel. So let's get into today's video. So I thought today, instead of just talking about what cryptocurrency news we are seeing, I thought we would talk about two sides of the coin for Bitcoin, because it seems like the community for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is quite divided as to what Bitcoin is and about its future in 2018. So we see one side which is very bullish about Bitcoin and its application, and on the other side we see people who just think that Bitcoin is going to die and it really has no future. So let's talk about both sides. So let's talk about the bullish side right now. So we're seeing a lot of bullish sides for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is known as the people's currency, and as you can see, it is getting close to 7% this week, stabilizing around the $11,000 mark. So are we seeing a massive comeback? Well, this certainly looks like this is the case. Just by having a look at this table, we can see that Bitcoin is already up on a 5-day period, up 13.95. In a 30-day period, we can see that it is up 22.81, whereas Gold Trust and the S&P 500 are both down on their 5-day and their 30-day. So that's really important to note, that Bitcoin is actually thriving when the Gold Trust and the S&P 500 is decreasing. So is that a trend that we will see in the future as well, or are we only seeing it right now? Well, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. But I'm not the only one who is very bullish about Bitcoin. In fact, Tom Lee from Wall Street also says that it is likely that Bitcoin will double by the middle of this year. So right now we're in March, so could we see it really double in such a short period of time? I personally don't think it's going to double that fast, but I certainly believe by the end of the year we could see Bitcoin really double. Just by having a look at the one-day chart on CoinMarketCap for Bitcoin, we can see around this time last year Bitcoin was sitting at around $1,200, and you can see it went on a massive bull run all the way up to around $19,000, 221.20 cents. So as you can see, $19,000 for the price of Bitcoin, just above that, around December the 18th. So it was a massive bull run, and of course we saw this cryptocurrency crash happened around February the 6th, and a lot of people were panicking. I was certainly accumulating because I believe in blockchain, I believe in Bitcoin, and I believe in the future of cryptocurrency. So that's the way I was looking at it. But I do know a lot of people were panicking. They were like, oh my gosh, this is the death of Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. But I was certainly looking at it from the other side, because I believe that when people are greedy, that is when you should be fearful. And when people are fearful, that is when you should be greedy. I follow that quote very strongly by Warren Buffett, and in its right application. So that's the way I'm looking at it. But if we just have a look at Bitcoin in the 3-month chart as well, we can see that right now we saw that dip happened around February the 6th, but as you can see, it is steadily increasing. The 1-month chart also shows the same thing, a steadily increasing Bitcoin chart, as well as the 7-day showing the exact same thing as well. And if you look at the 1-day chart just itself, we can see that it is increasing, quite steadily. We can see that just by looking at the price right now, the price of one Bitcoin is $11,401.60. At the time of recording this, it is up 2.52%. So we are starting to see a steady increase, which is always good to see. We just need that catalyst that we saw last year. As you know, last year, a lot of people who weren't really even involved when cryptocurrency just suddenly came all on board. But if we want to see some massive bull run action, we need to see more mass adoption. So let's talk about some companies who are very bullish about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So Porsche, first to test blockchain technology for cars. So as you know, Porsche is a massive automotive manufacturer for cars. So Porsche is actually exploring blockchain applications for its vehicles in cooperation with a Berlin-based startup known as Xian, according to Cointelegraph, yesterday on February the 27th. So as you can see, we're seeing some massive updates for some massive companies out there who are very bullish about Bitcoin and about its application in 2018. So to see massive companies such as Porsche, as well as we're seeing a lot of other people, really talk about Bitcoin and as well as a blockchain. So certainly keep a note on that. But on the other side of the coin, let's talk about the negative sides. So I found this article just recently. Thieves steal 600 powerful Bitcoin mining computers in a huge heist in Ireland. Police are hoping a power surge will lead them to the criminal stash. So as you can see, 600 powerful servers specifically designed to mine Bitcoins, plus 600 graphic cards, 100 processors, 100 power supplies, 100 motherboards, and 100 sets of computer memory were stolen. So if we start to see news like this, as well as regulation, which we will get to in a second, I mean, how are we going to get this mass adoption? I mean, if someone didn't know anything about cryptocurrency and they suddenly just type in cryptocurrency in news, for instance, and they come across an article like this, do you think that is inclining for them to actually get involved in cryptocurrency? It seems very dangerous, especially if we don't see regulation. So this is why we need to see the right amount of regulation. And a country which has done this exceptionally is South Korea. They have regulated to the point where people can actually get involved in cryptocurrency, but not to the point where no one can really not get involved in cryptocurrency. A country that is doing it extremely bad is China. So China has this banned exchanges, banned people from really getting involved in cryptocurrency, banned Bitcoin mining, making it really hard. Well, I would go as far as to say making it impossible for residents of China to really get involved in cryptocurrency. So that is not what we want to see happening. And as you can see, Mark Carney calls a financial regulation for Bitcoin. So the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney arrives to listen to Brecht's speech at British Prime Minister Theresa May at Mansion House in London. So he goes on to say that the Bank of England Governor has launched a scathing attack on cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, calling the regulation to hold them to the same standard as the rest of the financial system. So if we see more regulation, again, it really depends on how the regulation is taking place. If it's regulation like China, that is definitely a bad thing. But if we see some regulation like how South Korea is doing it, I think that will be just fine. But speaking about Europe, the European Union is losing its patience, looking at cryptocurrency, and is urging a global cryptocurrency regulation. So what is this going to mean? How are they going to regulate cryptocurrencies? What new news are we going to see in 2018? It seems that right now, all we are seeing in the news is cryptocurrency regulations, cryptocurrency attacks, and not only that, a lot of FUD. So let's talk about FUD. So Diane, as you can see by this article, Bitcoin is a gigantic Ponzi scheme and used to fund terrorism, according to Diane Abbott. So this is what she says. So Diane Abbott has hinted at launching a cryptocurrency crackdown on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency if Labour gets in power. Now, why do I think this is important? Well, if we see people in power who don't fully understand cryptocurrencies, of course, their job is just to look out for people in their country. But with that being said, we shouldn't be getting people that have no idea about cryptocurrency just outlining banning it. I mean, if we look at a couple of years ago during the internet.com bubble, a lot of people called it a scam. A lot of people said that, this is the worst thing to absolutely invest in. And if we look at Google, Facebook, all of the Amazon, all of these big companies, we saw exactly what happened. Right now, they are absolutely crushing the market. And I certainly believe that cryptocurrency as well as Bitcoin is going to do the exact same thing, because right now, less than 1% of the world is really involved with Bitcoin. So this is what is happening. It's kind of like a scale right now, and we're seeing, our bullish signs right here, and we're seeing a lot of regulation and FUD. So it could really go either way. But if I have to give you my honest perspective as to what I think the price of Bitcoin will be by the end of 2018, I will have to say that it will sit around the $25,000 range. Now, why do I believe this? Well, if we just look at what Bitcoin reached so far, it reached around $19,000. Looking at this, we're seeing a steady bounce right here, which always looks very good and healthy. I don't think we're going to see a bullish sign where we're going to see, the price of Bitcoin go for $1,000 all the way to $19,000. But I certainly think from $10,000 to $25,000 is not so unbelievable. And I think we will see a big year ahead. So this is what I personally believe. This is not financial advice by any means, but I'd really like to hear, what do you guys think about Bitcoin and its price prediction? And how are you guys dealing with this? Are you guys on the bullish side, or are you guys on the FUD/negative side of Bitcoin? Regardless of what you guys think, I would like to know what you guys think. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about Bitcoin as well as your price prediction. And of course, guys, If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, turn on post notifications, that way you're always up to date when we launch a video on CryptoByte. And I will catch you guys on the next video.